There's three kinds of detectives: city cops, big agencies, and then there's me, Dylan Hart, life hack detective. As a professional sleuth, I've found my share of swindlers and put them under glass. But sometimes the biggest cases walk right in your front door, with sultry lips, fair skin, and a leather clutch. She caught me right in the eye and said, "I have what you're looking for." And with that, dropped a golden goose right in my lap. I took a peek, and I'll tell you, I've never seen anything like it. A strange metal cylinder with an infinite spectrum of possibilities. It was time to unlock its mysteries.
Our investigation into WD-40 resulted in thousands of possible uses. We narrowed it down to about 10, starting with a little evidence removal. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you feel compelled to draw on your hardwood floor with a marker? Well, it's your lucky day. WD-40 possesses some innate ability to get rid of the marker after you spray it on there and let it soak for just a few minutes. So go ahead and give it a nice spritz, and then grab a paper towel and do some light scrubbing. After about 30 seconds, all the evidence from your marker party is gone. Waterproof shoes. Apply a nice full coat to your shoes and let them dry out. Once it's fully set in, the water is going to bounce off your shoes more than my bad checks. Just make sure that you understand the trade-off you're making. Your shoes will have an oily scent. While it's not perfect, it's providing a good amount of water resistance. Alright, I don't know what happened to these bathroom tiles. Go ahead and saturate the entire area with WD-40, and I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. After some serious scrubbing, I was able to get the tiles spotless, and I even got some of this extra gunk off that was stuck in there. So if you can't find your bathroom cleaner and you've got WD-40 on hand, I guess you know what to do. So let's try one that involves me being gloveless, a stuck ring. I put a ring on that was a couple sizes too small, barely went on, and it was seriously difficult to move. I even had a friend help me pull it off. This really was on there good, and it wasn't coming off without some sort of assistance. So I went ahead and sprayed WD-40 all around the ring and on my finger. After spinning the ring around a few times and going back and forth, it slid right off. Look, accidents happen, especially when you first wake up in the morning and you aren't quite firing on all cylinders. Okay, so you managed to leave some plastic on the toaster and it melted in there and got all gunky. Look, I can tell you, worse things have happened, I assure you. The good thing is, this is going to allow me to demonstrate WD-40's goop removal capabilities. First, unplug the toaster, okay? Now go ahead and saturate the area with the spray, but try not to get too much in there because it is going to burn off anything that you leave in there. Let it sit on the hardened goopy mess for a little while to work its way through. Now this one was a bit tough, but with some scrubbing and some pushing, it eventually all popped right off. The toaster was plastic free and ready to boogie. Now you can do a lot more than just clean things with this stuff. For example, look at my old pair of kitchen shears. There's only a few things that a little lube can't fix. Spray around the blades and the connection holding them together. Work it in there good, get a paper towel or just keep spraying it. Once you're confident that you covered all the problem areas, then set them out to dry and they're going to be as good as new in about 5 to 10 minutes. Now watch these things go, straight through a piece of paper, straight through a can, and straight through my little sister's crayons. Now you could apply this method to old tools as well and probably have some great success. If you use adhesive to hang photo frames or mount things on the wall, you've probably realized at some point that it's extremely difficult to get off of there without damage. So bust out your 40, spray just a little bit into the crevice, and slowly work your way through, peeling and spraying and maybe even scraping until the adhesive has been neutralized. One thing that often goes neglected are drawers. Silverware, linens. My favorite is my single stapler drawer. And you know what? Lately, it's been sticking. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the drawer and squirt some WD-40 right into the tracks. Once I felt like the coat was sufficient, went ahead and put the drawer back in and then moved it back and forth to make sure that the WD-40 got dispersed. This is gonna get your coveted drawers right back on track, moving smoothly as ever. Now I am not looking forward to this one, but since everything so far has been successful, the real mystery is what won't it clean. So I figured I'd throw some caked on kitchen gunk at it. So let's see if WD-40 can get rid of the problem. I started by saturating the buildup and I let it sit for a few minutes. Now I used an awful lot of spray for this one because I really want to make sure that it's covered. Of course, the natural progression is to grab a regular sponge and start working at the gunk. I attacked this thing solidly for about 3 minutes. Eventually it got to a point where the items on there just seemed so baked in that they weren't going anywhere. I grabbed a metal cleaning pad, and lo and behold, everything came right off. Well, at least most of it. You might be wondering, does this work on carpet stains? Well, I'll test it out on my own carpet to find out. Let's see, what would be hard to remove? Alright, let's go with the ketchup. Now I'm gonna really work it in there good and even let it sit and dry for an hour. Go ahead and squirt all over the stain and let it saturate for a while. And now, just like other stain removal products, get a towel and scrub furiously for 30 seconds to a minute. Did it work? Let the results speak for themselves. The sponsors we have on Household Hacker help us keep the content flowing and keeping it high quality. So I want to give a big thank you to Casper this week. Casper is an online retailer of premium mattresses. They cut out the middleman, so when you order online, it gets shipped right to your door at a high discount. Now, I've had a Casper mattress for a year now, and I can tell you hands down, it is the most comfortable and amazing mattress I have ever slept on. They offer free shipping and a pain-free return policy for 100 days. Keep in mind, you spend a third of your life in a bed, so it's a small investment with a huge payout. Now, Casper has given us a promo code that will save you $50. You just go to casper.com/household and use the promo code household. Some terms and conditions apply, but if you go to casper.com/household and use the promo code household, you can save $50 today. Thank you all for watching and sticking around. We'll see you next week.